Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. And it is 8:01 in the morning. Sorry, I thought I was right at 8 o'clock. Here's the phone number on the screen. Here is our email address. Now, I'm trying to get ready for work this morning. I got a phone call at 7:30. I agree 100%. I am with you all the way. Let's go right immediately and we'll talk about it in a little bit. Give me number 40. Okay. Unrest in Minneapolis after death of George Floyd. Let me say this, America, okay? Arrest the cop that allegedly, okay, killed George Floyd. Yes. Arrest Hillary Clinton, who allegedly, by my standards, killed Vince Foster, but deleted 33,000 emails, is a criminal. Arrest, okay, allegedly James Comey. Arrest Samantha Powers. Arrest Susan Rice. Arrest Andrew McCabe. Equal justice under the law. So let me say to you, okay, if the president of the United States can appease a group in this country by saying expedite, okay, it's okay for the president to say expedite the Department of Justice and the FBI inquiry into the death of George Floyd. I get it. Good. Let's do that. So if we're going to arrest the cop, or cops plural, but the cop that allegedly, had his knee, we have the video, on his neck, we're determining the truth on when George died. But if you're going to do that, arrest him. Sure. Equal justice for all. America. It has to stop, okay? We can't arrest cops. Wait a minute. Before you go after me, the white guy, we can't arrest cops in America if we're not going to arrest the other criminals out there. We can't have dual sets of justice for black men, black women, white men, blue collar, and then the politician. Okay? The political, the bureaucracy, the deep state. So yes, arrest with in mind justice for all, the alleged killer of George Floyd. Don't stop there. That's just my thought. So anyhow, out in Minneapolis, let's look at it. Brought to you, Minneapolis, Minnesota. What do I start with? The tote board? Let's bring in the tote board. Wait a minute. Wait for it. Now, let's bring in the tote. Number 22. And there it is, folks. 100,846 total fatalities with COVID-19 cases dead in America. Let's look at the replay here of how we are the greatest in the world. Number 25. Number 25, the United States. Okay. The United States, 100,000 right there. We have surpassed everybody. Why? It's almost like the Olympics, folks. We win the gold. There you go. We win the gold. It's just like the Olympics. Now, I'm not making light of anybody dying, but I don't know of any charts, graphs, or great accolades. I'm just giving you a minute. Accolades is not the word, but if you could see the cheering as the media is wearing black this morning, where were you when the tote board hit 100,000 deaths related to COVID-19 in America. Where were you? Do you remember where you were exactly when that happened? It's a dark day in this country. Why, Trump just sent out a deputy press secretary to say he's saddened by the number when Joe Biden went on the air and gave a Oval Office-like speech showing leadership, according to the media. I'm being so sarcastic this morning. Look, have people died with COVID-19? Yes. Is the virus real? Yes. But we don't do any other numbers with anyone else. Let's see if I have anything this morning. The headlines. Let's go with all of the COVID-19 headlines. They're all over the Washington Post, number 4. Just want to show you, because 100,000, I mean, you must be taking the day off, or you're unemployed. For some reason, you're not going to work, okay? For some reason, you're not going to work, okay? But the 100,000, did you get the blackout? Let's take a little bit of a break. We're going to go over the 100,000. We're going to go over, and this is what we're going to go over, because I want to set this up. I want to do some good segments this morning, hopefully. Number 11. Really? Attorney General Barr launches new investigation into Obama-era unmasking scandal. So let's take a break. Let's come back. Let's start. Let me see. Do you know this guy right here? Do you know this guy? Number 16, right there. There he is. Now, take a break. We're going to be right back. Good morning from the office. And we're going to tell you who this guy is, because the media will not.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hey Chevrolet. As Georgia opens back up, it's time to come back to Days Chevrolet in Jasper with huge savings on the North Georgia Mountain's biggest selection of pre-owned vehicles. All makes, all models, all with low miles and a super low price. Or buy new and get 0% financing for 84 months on every single Silverado 1500 or Equinox at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done.
Find new roads.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. I wanted to take a break before I got on to some other things because I wanted to be very serious, not overwhelming, not over the top serious. I don't like over the top serious, but I was getting ready this morning doing the show, and I wanted to talk about where are you at on equal justice for all, okay? Now, the media, they have, and we will get into this, they have done everything. I mean, from, what's the saying I've heard somebody say, from soup to nuts, from A to Z, okay? Alf, from beginning to end, whatever. Let's see, everything they could possibly do to take down this country, not just the president, but the president of the United States and this country, everything they could do to collapse it so they could build it back up the way they want. They don't want to just get rid of Donald J. Trump. They want the total collapse. If the deep state corporate corrupt media can assist the Democrats, the Communist Democrat Party, okay, in collapsing the country on a whole, they can take it from its ashes and rebuild it the way they feel it should be. So that being said, they needed Trump to have his Hurricane Katrina moment. And we will talk about the 100,000 in just a minute on the tote board. I'm not as concerned with the 100,000. I wish the families well. I'm sorry for the families, and I'm sorry that a loved one contracted this terrible virus and died from it. But that's not the number I'm on this morning, okay? They needed a Hurricane Katrina moment for Trump, and they got it to like the 100th power, okay? So they got that. Then they've always needed a Ferguson moment. Ferguson, Missouri, okay? Michael Brown moment, okay? And they have that. Now, I'm not putting George Floyd and Michael Brown in the same category. That's not where I'm going. But they have that moment in Minneapolis now. Don't forget, let me go to number 89 first, okay? Because Democrats like to let you think they care. So if you go to number 89, all the way at the bottom there, I put a lot of pictures up today. Remember Monday, 8 killed, 24 injured in Chicago over Memorial Day weekend? Remember we put that up? How many of the 8 killed in Chicago black males? How many black males? Gun violence, gang violence, all right? There's no rioting, okay? Just remember that, okay? Equal justice. Now let's go through all of Destiny. I'm going to bring you up some pictures, and we're going to go through all of the numbers, and we're going to look at how the media has treated this. Number 81, tensions mount in Minneapolis as protesters clash with police over death of George Floyd. Now don't forget, Minneapolis is brought to you once again by Democrats. These inner cities are Democrat controlled. Brought to you by Democrats, okay? Here is the mayor. And I don't know what's with these little boy mayors, but here is number 80, the mayor of Minneapolis. His tensions mount in Minneapolis. Here's number 79, Mayor Jacob Fry, a Democrat in Minneapolis. Brought to you by a Democrat. Number 78, tensions mount in Minneapolis as protesters clash with police over death of George Floyd. Now, this picture is showing that George Floyd got out of the car and was headed over to the sidewalk. And we don't know 100%, but he was not resisting arrest. So let's go to the, and we're going to show you something here. Let's leave it there. Let me find another one. One of them here says, all right, here is number 53. Here's Fredo on CNN, George Floyd, okay. CNN, witness recounts what he saw during George Floyd arrest, okay. And he is crying to Fredo, bro, this can't happen anymore, okay. So CNN, here's number 52. Minneapolis protests over George Floyd death turned violent. Why did it turn violent? Here is inside of a store, okay. Here's number 51. Here's another picture of a guy looting inside the store. Why CNN is reporting it. Number 50. I don't know if you can see this out of the corner of Omar's eyes. He's like checking somebody go by. He's watching every step. Buildings are burning. It turned violent. Why did it turn violent? Okay. Number 49, here's a building burning. Minneapolis protesters over George Floyd death turned violent. Okay. Here is another one, 48, building burning. All right. Now let's see if I have number 44. Now this is what Trump tweeted, and this is why I'm asking, President of the United States, this is you. Trump tweets that justice will be served in George Floyd case. Now, why will Democrats today say Trump is getting involved? Will Democrats say he's politicizing it? We'll see. Here's the president's tweet, number 43. I have asked for this investigation to be expedited and greatly appreciate all the work done by local law enforcement. My heart goes out to George's family and friends. Justice will be served. Okay. Now, I'm going to come back to that. Let's go to 42. All right. At my request, the FBI and the Department of Justice are already well into an investigation as to the very sad and tragic death in Minnesota of George Floyd. Go back just a minute, and I want to stick on something, okay? This is, Mr. President, I'm talking to you, number 43. All right? What did I open up with? What did I tweet this morning? I put it out there. Arrest the cop who allegedly killed George Floyd. Arrest James Comey. Arrest Hillary Clinton. We cannot have levels. Black America, listen, if you want justice, you must demand justice for all. So justice will be served, the president says. Okay. Number 41, Minneapolis protest over George Floyd turns violent. Here's number 40, MSNBC, unrest in Minneapolis of the death of George Floyd. Okay. Number 38, MSNBC again. Here are the pictures. Okay. Unrest in Minneapolis after death of George Floyd. Now, I will tell you this. All of the media is reporting that what was mostly peaceful protest. Okay? What's mostly peaceful protest. Let me see what else I have here. Hold on just a minute. Now, here is number 21 at 4 a.m., meaning at 5 a.m., first thing, unrest in Minneapolis after George Floyd. Okay. And let me go to here. Wait just a second. Okay, give me number 2. Okay. And then let's go to number 1. At least they are. Democrats, where are you? At least they are wearing a mask. At least they have a mask on. Now, they're not doing real well on the social distancing, but the mask. Democrats, where are you? Now, Destiny, I want to go through the video. So let's start on the first page that I gave you videos. It doesn't matter which ones, okay? Let's go one at a time on the ones we have listed. All right?
Jennifer, is that enough? She got a knife. Jennifer, is there anything I can do for you? Please, Jennifer. Please.
All right. White woman in a scooter in a chair at a Target, blocking the doorway where they can't get into. Is they take a fire hydrant. They beat this woman. Go to the next video.
Move, bitch!
She's stabbing people! Hey! She got a knife!
She got a knife! Get out of here! Hey, leave her alone! She got a knife!
She's stabbing people! Jennifer, get the fuck!
Let's go to the next one, because I know you're missing these on your morning newscast on other networks.
No.
Yeah, small businesses not only shut down, now the windows are being smashed out of them. Okay. Yeah, Democrat City. Yeah, things are going well, right? Maybe they've been shut in, sheltered in place, and they just can't take it anymore. I don't know. Let's go to another video till we run out. They're outside a Target. They looted a Target, tore it all to pieces, looting businesses, smashing windows, all right, attacking people, beat a Trump supporter in the head, beat that woman at Target. Am I out of videos? If I'm out of videos, if I'm not, play another one that pertains to that. If we're out, okay. So, folks, there you go. Brought to you by Democrats. Equal justice under the law for all. So if you want to arrest the cop, we cannot go through this country arresting police officers in these kind of inner city situations. You did not hear me at any time, no matter what anybody tries to say, uphold the officer's actions by having a knee on George's neck. You did not hear that. You will not hear me uphold the actions. But our law enforcement in the inner cities that are run by Democrats are under such amount of stress to try to keep peace in this right here. That's a Democrat-run city, okay? So George didn't get arrested. It's a great time to get some extra toilet paper at Target. But Democrats, look at the bright side, okay? A lot of them were wearing masks. I mean, you should be happy they were wearing masks. They were not spreading the virus, just breaking windows. They were not spreading the virus, just looting Target. They weren't spreading the virus. Why? They were cautious while stealing in a Democrat city of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Equal justice under the law. Let's take a break. We'll come right back and let's get to the 100,000 Club.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
As Georgia opens back up, it's time to come back to Day Chevrolet in Jasper with huge savings on the North Georgia Mountain's biggest selection of pre-owned vehicles. All makes, all models, all with low miles and a super low price. Or buy new and get 0% financing for 84 months on every single Silverado 1500 or Equinox at Day Chevrolet in Jasper. Find new roads.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. The phone number is on the screen and also our email address. Now, Attorney General William Barr, okay, we have talked about that this week. We've discussed whether he's moving forward. Is something going to happen? Is somebody going to get arrested? Is somebody going to be indicted? I know some of you out there are looking for the FBI to kick some doors down, but this is Attorney General William Barr, and he will not actually operate the FBI the same way or ask the FBI to raid the same way Andrew McCabe or James Comey would. Now, that being said, when General Flynn, the Department of Justice, dropped the case, and Richard Grinnell unclassified some things before he left as acting national, national intelligence director, right? Director of National Intelligence, whatever the acronym may be, but the Director of National Intelligence. There was a lot of talk. Would this, okay, expand Barr's investigation? Would this bring new light on the genesis, as Barr likes to call it, the beginning of all this wiretapping, FISA court, unmasking, all of this corruption? Would it bring more to light that he may expand the investigation and bring more people in? So while the media, I just want to show you, they're not going to show you this, okay? So don't get nervous when you find out. Let me show you two things. Number 82, you're on other networks and they're talking about George Floyd, and I'm good with that. I led with that this morning, okay? I just want equal justice. I don't want law enforcement officers arrested without others being arrested. That's all I want, okay? So here is, while you're out there seeing things like Trump finds himself playing campaign defense with core elements of his base, okay? So they're trying to tell you that Trump's base is falling apart. We will get into this a little more, okay? Number 84, general election matchup among white men without teeth. Okay, college degree without teeth. Donald Trump, 58-32, but he's down significantly with even that group, okay? So while you're watching that, let me show you this for just a minute, okay? Here's number 11. Attorney General Barr, number 11, Attorney General Barr launches new investigation into Obama-era unmasking scandal. Okay, there's Barr. Barr's even-handed, does not let anything rattle him. Okay, so we have that, and I like to put this up. Do you know who? Let's go here. Do you know who this is? Okay, we're going to get into it. This young man at the podium, number 16. Do you know him? Okay, well, that's who got appointed. And I like this picture for a reason. Number 17, this is the look on their face. He appointed who? This is Obama, Susan Rice, and Samantha Powell, right? Or Powers. Sidney Powell, Samantha Powers. There's Samantha Powers, Susan Rice, and Obama. He appointed who? Okay, let me give you a couple more and we'll get right into it. Okay, then do you recognize this guy here? Okay, number 12. Now, remember, as I say this is the guy being sworn in. Pay attention to that. We'll get there. Look at the young lady, his wife. Look at the new justice. Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh is swearing him in. Let's take a look at the wife there. Don't look too hard. Here's number 13, shaking his hand as his proud wife is there. Number 14, who's that woman sitting next to Don McGahn? Remember Don McGahn? Look at who's sitting right next to Don McGahn. Right? Whatever happened to Don McGahn? Oh, you will find out. There she is. Now, number 15, who is Brett Kavanaugh reaching back and whispering in her ear? Check her out. See that? See that one right there, Brett Kavanaugh? Now let's get to, wait a minute, I had one more. Where's the other one? I had to miss a picture somewhere? I couldn't have missed a picture. There's that one there. Let's see. Maybe it's down below. Maybe I didn't pull that one up. So let's start right here. Let's go with number 15. Number 15 would happen to be her name is Zena Bash. Zena Bash. Okay. Now, Zena Bash is a former law clerk. Zena was present at the event because her connection to Kavanaugh, she was formerly a law clerk for the Supreme Court nominee as she was seated directly behind Kavanaugh in the hearing, putting her in clear view of the cameras. Okay. Now, she is the one that they tried to say gave the white supremacists. Remember? The media tried to go after her and say she gave a white supremacist signal. Garbage. But remember who Zena Bash is. She is Brett Kavanaugh's former, law clerk. All right. So that's fine. So we get that picture. Now let's go to this one here. Let's take and go to number 16. All right. Put number 16 up. 16 happens to be, as you see, here's the headline from the Washington Examiner. Barr appoints U.S. attorney to investigate unmasking requests by Obama officials. Attorney General William Barr appointed U.S. Attorney, on the screen, John Bash, to conduct an investigation into the unmasking saga during the waning days of the Obama administration, with specific focus on the time period just before and right after President Trump's election in November 2016. Right before. I wonder if he's going to look into the January 5th meeting in the Oval Office. Was it the 5th? Department of Justice spokeswoman Carrie Kupek announced the move by Barr during a Wednesday night appearance on Sean Hannity's show on Fox News. So let's go to that video. It's the one I have marked start 42 seconds in. Let's go to that video, and then we'll come back and tell you a little bit more about Mr. Bash. Go to that.
I want to ask you, as long as I have you on, because the Attorney General has now appointed U.S. Attorney John Bash. There is a new probe, I understand it. What is going on?
Yes, so John Durham, as part of his investigation, had been looking at the issue of unmasking, and the Attorney General determined that certain aspects of unmasking needed to be reviewed separately as a support to John Durham's investigation. So he tapped John Bash, one of our U.S. attorneys out of Texas, to do just that. And Sean, obviously, we know that unmasking inherently isn't wrong, but certainly the frequency, the motivation, and the reasoning behind unmasking can be problematic. And when you're looking at unmasking as part of a broader investigation like John Durham's investigation, looking specifically at who was unmasking whom can add a lot to our understanding about motivation and big picture events.
I have been told by my sources now, Kerry, for years that there have been unmasking at an increase of threefold in the second term of the Obama administration. I've been told that even members of Donald Trump's family have been unmasked. Maybe members of the media have been unmasked. That there is a lot more that has taken place. Will the DOJ now look further into that issue? Why would there be a threefold increase in unmasking by in the second term of the former president.
Well, that's why the Attorney General determined that it was appropriate to look at unmasking as a support to John Durham's investigation and looking specifically at episodes both before and after the election. And like I said, you know, the frequency, who was unmasking whom, all of these circumstances and events can shed light on and give us a better understanding of what happened with respect to President Trump, his campaign, and then, of course, what happened after.
Okay, folks, so that is being left off the headlines. There's a couple things I want you to take away from the Department of Justice spokeswoman there, Carrie. The Attorney General determined, okay? Now, I like words. You know that if you've known me for very long. I like words. He determined. She said that twice, okay? And it's not that unmasking is illegal. It's just who was doing it and why. But he determined it needed a bigger look into it, okay? So we have, I just want to put the kind of people together we have on the case now. Let's go back to, number 12. Remember, this is Brett Kavanaugh. I just want to show you the circle that's going around here. Brett Kavanaugh, Supreme Court Justice Kavanaugh, with is it Zeta? Whatever, we'll get to her name. And that is John Bash right there. Okay. U.S. Attorney. Number 13 again. Okay. Is number 14. Don't look too hard here, boys. All right. Don't be staring. But there she is sitting next to Don McGahn. That's his wife. Number 15, Kavanaugh, whispering in her ear. Number 16, this is her husband. Now she is Zeta, is it Zeta Bash? But she is John Bash's wife, which used to be the law clerk for Brett Kavanaugh. Interesting, right? Listen to the circle. Now, John Bash, who did, so let's go there. Let's go there. Who did Attorney General Barr appoint? So I'll leave him up there. Let's meet U.S. Attorney John F. Bash. John F. Bash was sworn in as the United States Attorney for the Western District of Texas on December 11, 2017. President Donald J. Trump nominated Mr. Bash on September 11, 2017. He was confirmed by the Senate on November 9, 2017. Okay, so Mr. Bash was nominated by the president. U.S. Attorney Bash is the chief law enforcement officer in the Western District of Texas. He's responsible for prosecuting violations of federal criminal law in the district, as well as representing the United States in civil litigation in the district which the United States is prior. Now listen, we're going to introduce you to this guy. You ready? Prior to his appointment, ready? U.S. Attorney Mr. Bash served as special assistant to the president and as an associate White House counsel. This gets even better. Bash was an assistant to the U.S. Solicitor General, where he represented the United States before the Supreme Court. Are you ready? He was previously an associate in the law firm of Gibson, Dunn, and Crutcher, and served as law clerk to the late U.S. Supreme Court Associate Antonin Scalia and to Circuit Judge Brett Kavanaugh on the U.S. Court of Appeals. Wife, former clerk for Kavanaugh. He, appointed by President Trump, a former law clerk of Antonin Scalia. And William Barr, number 11, appointed him. Barr, Don McGahn, Zeta, I think that's her name, Bash, Brett Kavanaugh, Antonin Scalia, President Trump appointed John, confirmed by the Senate. And here is William Barr saying, I got a little assignment for you. I want you to look at something else. I want you to take on a new challenge, unmasking, because I have determined there's something bad wrong here. And it should never, as Barr says, it should never happen to a U.S. president again. Never, right? That's what Barr says should never happen again. So I just wanted to bring that to you because I know that may be missing off other networks, that John Bash and who he is. Just like Durham. Go look up Durham, look up Bash today, okay? And as I said earlier, let me go to this one right here, okay? Here it is. Number 17. He appointed who? Look at Obama. Look at Susan Rice. Samantha Powers. He appointed who? Who did he appoint? Comey. Okay, Clapper. Joe Biden. Brennan. Sally Yates. Let's wrap that up with this right here, number 40. We have to have now in this country equal justice, okay? Number 40, equal justice for all. George Floyd, equal justice. The American people, equal justice. One justice system for all in this country under the flag. Our criminal justice system is a mess. Let's take a break. We'll come back. I just wanted you to meet John Bash. I think you got it. It's just look at the circle. Nobody's talking. Trump will be okay in the election. Don't worry, because this stuff is really going to start to break August, September, October. Where are they going to have the convention? Where do I book a room? Where do I call Uber? Get an Uber to my hotel. Take a break.
Circa World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, tomorrow morning, we will be back at Circuit World at 8 a.m. in Blue Ridge, and we will have our Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley and Dr. Raymond Tidman. I'm going to assume he's going to come to the show. He's been become quite a regular fixture. Then after the Ask the Doc, we're going to have the All-Star Political Panel. And then after the All-Star Political Panel, North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, the Community Relations Director, Cameron Hall. And then our Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. So that'll be 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And there are the ways. You can never say that you can't send me a news tip. The other day, I got a text on that number. Somebody had a news tip. Okay. You can't say you can't email me or follow us on social media. Now, where were you when 100,000 people died with COVID-19? Where were you? Do you remember the moment in time? Did it stop for you? Are you wearing black today? Now, I'm not making light of the virus, okay? But all of a sudden, the Democrats, they care. And not only do they care about life. They care about saving your life. They care so much that there's going to be investigations, hopefully, into Cuomo in New York and senior living facilities and what he and many others have done that may have killed several seniors and scared seniors. I'm not suggesting they did it intentional, so I won't suggest. So Democrats all of a sudden care about life. Where were you? Do you have your black suit out today? Let's go with some headlines, and we're going to go through this, and then we're going to play a little video, because what they are doing on a daily basis is trying to bring the president down and make Joe Biden look presidential. Anything they could do every day. Now, the media, the deep state, corporate, corrupt media, the bureaucracy, deep state bureaucracy, all of them are in it together to make Joe Biden look presidential. Now, Joe said he may have his vice presidential pick by August. I told you yesterday, when Biden picks, whoever Biden picks, and that's why it may take till August, is because the deep state is interviewing those VP picks, because that is actually who will be your president. And Biden knows that. Biden wants the joy, okay, of finally sitting behind the desk in the Oval Office, okay? So if a VP unsuspectingly works with Biden to pick a cabinet, and Biden can get a picture with him in a cabinet meeting and some freakazoids that he's picked, okay, some really weird wackos, I mean, transgenders. I mean, I don't want to go there. That would be, wow, what a pick. Anyhow, so Biden picks a VP. The VP picks a cabinet, which will look like Biden's. Biden will have a couple meetings, and then you'll have a new president of the United States. So they got to make Biden look presidential. And they're on there this morning attacking the president of the United States. He did not give a speech. At 9 o'clock last night, the world didn't stop, and the president didn't look and say, "My fellow Americans." It saddens me today to say 100,000 people have died with related illness of COVID-19, this terrible killer. I thought we should stop the whole country. Oh, we already did stop. So Biden looking presidential today all around. Let's go with number 4, the Washington Post. Live up, death toll surpasses 100,000 as experts warn coronavirus may never fully go away. Number 5. Number 6, the Washington Post, U.S. death toll has reached 100,000. From the Washington Post, number 7, each of those deaths is represented as a ray of light. A ray of light. Wonder what the ray of light is for abortion. Huh? Wonder what the ray of light is represented by the Oxycontin, heroin, methamphetamine deaths every year in this country. All right, number 8. The pandemic has exposed the nation's vulnerabilities and dangerous divide. Number 9, here's a headline. I think this is from The Guardian. Number 9, there it is, the American flag. More than 100,000 Americans have died of COVID-19. Here is the tragic story in the figures. Here's one, number 10. I just randomly went through. Number 10, they all have a headline. Sees its promise and flaws far more clearly. We see things more clearly now. As the country reaches a painful milestone, we reflect on 4 months of covering the coronavirus pandemic. All right. Now, so number 18 at 5:01 a.m. Eastern time, right out of the box, U.S. COVID-19 deaths, 100,000. Number 19, there they are, Washington Post. Then they put up the tote board, which people get mad at me. Number 22, right? 5 a.m. this morning, the tote board. Can we get the tote board? And the number is 100,846. I know the guy fell off his motorcycle, but he tested positive. Wow. Trump, number 23. For the number obsessed Trump, there's one. He has ignored 100,000 dead. He's ignored it. President Trump has spent his life enthralled to numbers, his wealth, his ratings, his polls. But he didn't. But as the nation reached a bleak milestone this week, 100 deaths, American deaths from the novel coronavirus, Trump has been uncharacteristically silent. Now, he's very insensitive. I mean, Minka Brzezinski brought up a tear this morning, number 24, okay? A White House statement, but it came from a White House deputy press secretary. That's what they think of you. They sent out the press secretary. Number 25, okay? It is coronavirus 100 day. Where were you? Number 25, we lead the league. Okay. Now, number 27, Joe Biden gives a presidential type address to the nation during these trying times. You know what? I'm not laughing about the virus. I have flown 4 times. I've gone out to eat and sit down and had somebody serve me 5 times. You name it, I've done it. My fellow Americans, there are moments in our number 28 history so grim. Biden, go to number 29. There it is. 100,000 lives have been lost to this virus, making him look presidential. Today is one of those moments. They actually reported Biden, while Trump was off doing this, that, and the other thing, seeing if the rocket would launch, Biden was giving a presidential type speech from the Oval Office. They actually said that. Today is one of those moments, number 30. As shared grief, number 31, okay? Now, we're going to keep going here. Because I think CNN got in on it too. Just a second. CNN here, number 54. Coronavirus in the United States. Here's the tote board. They had their tote board out first thing this morning. They have theirs. And then they went right to this, number 55. COVID-19 death toll crosses 100,000 as U.S. begins to reopen. Number 56, researchers. We're going to wait for the researchers. 6 feet may not be enough social distancing. I mean, I understand there's a handful of people I'm like, get the hell away from me, right? Is that the get the hell away from 6 feet? You can still like right away. Hey, how are you? You doing good? Good to hear from you. All right, good. Take care of yourself. But outside of that, it's get the hell away from me. So it may not be enough, 6 feet, because Biden used 12 feet between him and Dana Bash. Was that her name when she interviewed him? Number 57, Dr. Fauci, we might have a vaccine by the end of the year. Will you take the vaccine? Will you? Will it be mandatory? Number 58, Disney says it will open Florida parks in mid-July. Number 59, Washington, D.C. mayor announces stay-at-home light beer. Now, Kemp is making a national name once again for himself. Once again, number 60, the governor of Georgia. We'll talk about is Kemp stepping back in to Donald Trump's good graces. Will Georgia allow bars, nightclubs to reopen soon? Number 60. Number 61, New Jersey governor confident summer camps will be able to open. Now, here's what I'm going to show you. Let me preview what this is. In the bottom of the timestamp is 4:59. This is when Morning Joe comes on. And what I want you to see is the coronavirus pandemic and how many different pictures in the slideshow with the same byline. So give me number 64. 65, they put up when he was talking to Brett Baer, Martha McCallum. 66, 100,000, 67, 68. Now, while they're putting these pictures up, these are all the times, and they play it in the air on the air of Trump said something different pertaining to the possible death numbers toll from COVID-19. Number 69. Here they are. U.S. COVID-19 deaths, top 100. Okay, number 70. They don't stop all morning. They have 100,000. They don't want you to forget. There's number 71. Trump with his 100,000. Okay. Washington Post, number 72. Coronavirus may never go away, even with vaccine. Number 73. The first 70 days, Trump's failures over the coronavirus crisis. These are his failures. No, he should never take on Joe Scarborough. No, he should never highlight on Joe Scarborough. No, right? Number 74, this is 6:14 in the morning. Now, they did not stop for 30 minutes. There's no stigma attached to wearing a mask. McConnell makes plea in favor of face masks, okay? Now, 75, this is where at 4:14, actually, this is 6:14 in the morning, and Morning Joe put this up again. I know you're going to say, well, you just showed us that. No, Morning Joe put this up again, and they were talking gleefully on how presidential Biden looked in his statement, because here it is, number 76. Biden to those hurting. I'm so sorry for your loss, number 76 there. Now, here is Minka trying to get a tear, number 77, okay? I caught this. She's trying hard to get a tear, and all of them look so just like heartbroken over the 100,000, all right? So now, do you like little Chrissy Hayes? Do you at night? All right, Chrissy Hayes. They're all tear-jerking and bent out of shape over at MSNBC. They're all crying. They got their Kleenex boxes. Destiny, I told you to start that at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's start that video at 2 minutes and play this into where I stop you and I can't take any more of listening to Joe Biden.
Decline phase of the first wave, which is cautiously good news. But this virus, this disease, has already killed an incomprehensible number of Americans. Everyone's sort of struggling how to communicate it. The nation's front pages attempting to convey the scale of the horror. But Donald Trump cannot grasp this. We know this about him. It has been clear for the totality of his public life. And so today it was left to Joe Biden to deliver a national eulogy marking the lives of those that we have lost.
To all of you who are hurting so badly, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know there's nothing I or anyone else can say or do to dull the sharpness of the pain you feel right now. But I can promise you from experience, the day will come when the memory of your loved one will bring a smile to your lips before it brings a tear to your eyes. My prayer for all of you is that day will come sooner rather than later. But I promise you it will come. And when it does, you know you can make it. God bless each and every one of you and the blessed memory of the one you lost. This nation grieves with you. Take some solace from the fact we all grieve with you.
We all grieve with you. Just some simple, straightforward, common human decency. The pandemic is not gone. People are still dying. The virus is still raging in places like nursing homes and meatpacking plants and in 2 apartment buildings in my home.
Little Chrissy Hayes. Have you ever watched Little Chrissy Hayes? Now, I could have pulled up the Biden eulogy and just played that, but I thought it would be good coming in and out with Little Chrissy Hayes. He's the sissy type on MSNBC at night. Now, I don't know. I don't know if he's friendly with Anderson Cooper. I don't know who he's friendly with over there at CNN. I don't know. Just saying. Maybe he likes some CNN friends. I don't know. Can't tell you. But Little Chrissy Hayes, and they're all in tears over the national eulogy. The caring, the loving moment that Joe Biden gave America yesterday when it was reported 100,000 people have died in relation to COVID-19. All right. They cried in their beer all day yesterday, all night, and they started this morning crying over this. No way you're going to hear anything at all about the attempt to bring down the republic for which it stands. But they are okay. You need to understand the people you watch are okay with freedom, okay, liberty, justice, and freedom for all, with a couple, restrictions, just a couple. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be right back. Get into some other attempts that the media are making to make our president look bad right after this.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
As Georgia opens back up, it's time to come back to Day Chevrolet in Jasper with huge savings on the North Georgia Mountain's biggest selection of pre-owned vehicles. All makes, all models, all with low miles and a super low price. Or buy new and get 0% financing for 84 months on every single Silverado 1500 or Equinox at Day Chevrolet in Jasper. Find new roads.
Let me say something quickly. Well, maybe I'll say I'm back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Phone number is there. The email address is there. You can always get in touch with us. Tomorrow we will be at Circuit World in Blue Ridge, where we will have our Ask the Doc, All-Star Political Panel, North Georgia Senior Living, and Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. Now, so the UK had this little thing called a lease, right? 100-year lease on Hong Kong. And things were going well there in Hong Kong, and everybody was all, they even had Hong Kong Fooey. Everybody, Hong Kong. It was good. Then the lease ran out. Yes, the lease ran out. Okay. Now, China had a deal that when the lease ran out, that they would give a period of time, I don't know, 10 years, I don't know, 15, I don't know what it was, to integrate Hong Kong into China. Now, China always owned, and Hong Kong is on the continental edge there of China, right there on their land. It's theirs. They always owned Hong Kong. But when the lease ran out, your lease is up. I said 3 years ago, I said 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and I will say it again today. All of those out there that felt Hong Kong would be the Hong Kong as you knew it from the UK, no. It belongs to China. China is not going to let it be autonomous. I don't know. Is that what it is? They're not going to let it sit out there by itself. They're not going to let Hong Kong rule themselves, govern themselves, go in the direction they wish to go. Just give all the social media openings, anything and everything. No, it belongs to China. So the media is freaking out. How can you do this to us? So let's go to, I just want to show you a couple clips before I get on to something else. All right. And CNN, I will have it here just momentarily. Number 63, China pushing ahead with Hong Kong security law. Well, Mike Pompeo, the Secretary of State, said that, let's just say it like this, that they're not going to get, Hong Kong's not going to get the Hong Kong treatment that it once did in trade and working together with their intelligence community and our intelligence community. Yeah, haven't we give up enough SH asterisk asterisk to China? So Pompeo says no more on Hong Kong. We have to look at Hong Kong as China. We got to get real and look at them as China. Oh my God, the Americans are turning on us. No, we are not. You are China. So trying to break it to you, Hong Kong, out there, you lefties, it's China, period. So Wednesday in Hong Kong, look at that. I mean, the riots are breaking out, 63. What are you going to do, throw rocks? China pushing ahead, and there is number 62. China pushing ahead with Hong Kong security law. That's it. Let's just end that right there. Hong Kong is China. Can I say that enough? Well, Mike Pompeo said this, and it put this in action. No, it did not. No, it did not. We cannot deal with Hong Kong as though they're an independent, sovereign nation or city. They are not. Now, this morning on MSNBC, because they don't want you to know, where's the convention going? Well, we got a week. We got the clock running, right? Who's running the clock on convention countdown? So this morning on MSNBC, they wanted to continue the, after Biden, they're going to do polling after Biden's presidential eulogy to the nation, right? He's only come out once. Biden could be a looter. He's got a mask. We need to go back to the tape, see if it was Biden up there at Target in Minneapolis. Number 82. Okay. Now, Psycho Joe Scarborough and Minka and the others have always, they want to lead you to believe the base is crumbling. They want you to lead you to believe that it's shrinking. That Trump has his base and then some in the last election. But this time he doesn't have the then some, okay? For the most part, suburban Philly, he's going to get killed there. Not killed himself, literally. I better back up. I mean, Joe Scarborough's already allegedly accused of possibly knowing about one murder. We have to be cautious what we say. He will get trounced. He'll get walked all over in suburban Philadelphia. Arizona, Maricopa County. See, Joe has read the articles. The left has read the articles. Columbus, I think it's Columbus County, Ohio, Northampton County, Pennsylvania, Maricopa County, Arizona. Is it Pinellas County, or what is the county that Hillsborough County, wherever Tampa is in Florida? But they're zeroed in. They're doing everything to flip those areas. So Trump has been very solid with seniors. They want you to lead you to believe that Trump is shrinking. The base is shrinking. Okay. Number 82. All right. You got to remember the opposite. They're the opposite. You remember when George Costanza and Seinfeld did the opposite of everything? The media continues to tell you that Donald Trump is diversion, 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 okay? Biden says he's diverting attention away from this, that, and the other thing. That's not true, okay? Second, expanding the map. Why he's no longer, the campaign is no longer talking about expanding the map. It's not possible. They're more concerned now on battleground states that they could lose that they won last time. No more expanding the map. That's a lie. So you have number 82. Now you got number 83. General election matchup among white evangelical voters. It's 70-21, right? But Trump is down. He's down among white evangelical voters. It might be 70-21. Who are the 21% of evangelical voters that believe Joe Biden is what's right for America? But anyhow, yes, he's down. That's the polling they're trying to show you. Number 84, general election among white men without college degree. 58%. He's down with them. He is down among white men. Okay. Number 85, they want you to feel that Trump's support declines among key groups that helped deliver his 2016 victory. Joe Biden's giving a eulogy. Joe Biden came out Memorial Day with a mask. Joe Biden's looking presidential. Joe Biden did an interview 12 feet away from the reporter. 86 is leadership, man. Number 86, Trump consistently trails Biden in national polls while campaign advisors downplay those numbers. Consistently. Number 87, okay. President Trump's support among white college-educated voters. In men, white college-educated men, he's down 9 points just from March. Women, he's down 15 now just from March. You believe that? I don't believe it. That's what they want you to believe. Here's the general election matchup in Arizona, number 88. Okay, 47-46. All right? Right there. Now, let me say this, okay, about the convention. A convention is a launch, okay? It's a mad dash to the end, all right? Not going to get into the Democrats are putting more time into seeing how they can steal the election. All right. So, number one, here it is, general matchup in Arizona. Okay. 47-46 Biden right in there, presidential. Let me say this. The Democrats are going to lose their launch. Okay. It's not there. All right. Probably what could have been much more beneficial. They have lost their endorsement power. Okay. So what would have probably been better for Democrats is a continued campaigning, continued primaries right up to their debate, and then get those endorsements. Now, hopefully what was going to happen is Elizabeth Warren and Pete Buttigieg, the boy who would be king, and others were going to be on the campaign trail with him, and they were going to have these big rallies, and the media was going to talk about it. They've lost the rallies they were going to have. Kamala Harris could have offered free weed and a chance to meet Snoop Dogg. Pete Buttigieg, just saying, okay. Elizabeth Warren, I mean, just think of the lineup they could have put together to get their lefty wackos out. Just think if Bernie Sanders could have done 2 or 3 very good campaign stops. All right. So they could have coalesced their weird side of the country, brought them together, and had their launch at their Democrat National Committee convention in Madison, Wisconsin. And they could have dropped the balloons, and Jill and Joe could have come out on stage, and they could have wore the wacko hats, and everybody could have done the analyst for the week, and they could have had keynote speeches, and Bernie Sanders could have been a keynote speaker, and list goes on, right? Their launch is gone, okay? They're trying to keep the marriage alive with Joe Biden. They're trying to keep the spark and romance back in the candidate. They can't do it. So let me just say that. I'm just telling you that right there. They can't do it, okay? Trump knows this. Trump knows that he's sitting on, remember all the money Trump raised during the beginning of coronavirus, the trial of the century, you know, without witnesses, we need witnesses. The trial of the century of an impeachment hoax. Remember the money he raised? They don't talk about that. They don't talk about what's in the bank at the Republican Party. They don't talk about Republican strategy to take back the House. They don't talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. They never do. Because let me just say this. Let's say Republicans, let's just say for argument's sake, Republicans are hurting, okay, due to coronavirus, COVID-19. There's got to be one surprise Republican somewhere in the country that is worthy of reporting on, and they have nobody. Nobody, not one. They don't even talk about the House. The next time you turn on, and hopefully any of these, and you hear the matchups in the House of Representatives, call me, let me know, because you won't even hear the matchups with the House of Representatives. It's non-starter. They won't even talk about it, okay? Moving right along, Trump knows that. Trump knows the Republican launch is enormous. I thought it was terrible. It really upset me that remember, state party, okay? State party conventions were canceled. Because you have your local county, and then you have your district conventions, then you have your state. And everything is a build up to launch, like the non-launch yesterday, right? The weather was bad, the non-launch, no pun intended, down there in Florida. So Trump knows that. And the Democrats know it. That's why Roy Cooper and the mayor of Charlotte, Mecklenburg County, Charlotte, the mayor there is a no-go on a convention. Because if Democrats do a virtual convention, a loser convention, and they've got Joe Biden in a mask doing a speech, and he cares, and they've got wackos wearing Democrat hats and a mask. I'm just telling you, all right? And they do a virtual town hall, and all the states are gathered in certain places, and they like, Democrats here in New Mexico, cast our votes for the great state. And you remember, I used to love it when I was a kid. I loved the grade up, all right? From the state of Georgia. When I was a kid, the conventions, I enjoyed roll call. Okay, I loved roll call for the votes from the great state of. Anyhow, moving right along, the total launch for Democrats is going to be a dud, okay? You know how you get the Roman candle and it's got 10 Democrats is just going to, they're duds. Can't say it enough. Trump knows that. Trump knows that if he can have a convention, the balloons fall from the sky, the media has to cover it. They have to, because the Democrat pansy wuss sissies will not have one. And they come out of there fired up with a 60-day dash to the finish line. It's August 24th to the 27th with money, and they start running the real Joe Biden ads and the real whack job ads of these people. Democrats are through. That's my opinion. I'm going to take a brief break and we'll come back. I got wound up on that. I want to see what pictures maybe I have not put up this morning that I want to discuss to finish up. And we'll talk a little bit about tomorrow's show. Will you take the vaccine? Take a break.
Circa World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Destiny, I sent you a video. I'm your host, BKP. During the break, another one that I come up with that is a YouTube in there, and it says raw video. If you know the one I'm talking about, get it ready, folks. I want to give you a language warning, on language, but it says it's from a news network in Minneapolis, Minnesota, brought to you by the Democrats. Play that language warning. Play that video if you have it ready. I'm always interested in people's choice when looting. So if you have an opportunity, should we use the word opportunity? Do you have an opportunity to loot something? And you come out with pillows? White people, black people, Latinos, Latinas, kids jumping in and out of windows, some wearing masks, some not wearing masks. I would say the ones not wearing masks, you could probably blame on Donald Trump. So let me say this and close today. First of all, in a note of sarcasm, why did Donald Trump choose to kill 100,000 people plus? They will blame him. Remember the Columbia study, okay, the Columbia study that says, okay, that if just 2 weeks earlier, Trump would have made a decision to move a little faster, we could have saved all the lives. So now we've set up the Trump kill 2020 coronavirus 100,000. Trump looting out there. He's probably looting out there. One thing after another. Now, what will happen today? Mark Zuckerberg here, number 45. Zuckerberg criticizes Twitter for fact-checking Trump tweets. So Zuckerberg, is he smart enough? Are we going to say that he's smart enough? Where's it at here? I had him up here earlier, and number 32. I don't know if it's happened yet. An executive order is expected to curtail protections of social media companies. And then you have number 33, executive order expected under Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. Online companies have broad immunity from liability for content created by their users. 34, New York Post, Mark Zuckerberg criticizes Twitter for fact-checking Trump. Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, number 35. Fact check. What? There is someone ultimately accountable for our actions as a company, and that's me. Please leave our employees out of this. We'll continue to point out incorrect or disputed information about elections globally, and we will admit to and own any mistakes we make. This does not make us an arbiter of the truth. Okay, number 36. Big tech is doing something in their very considerable power to censor an advance of the 2020 election. If that happens, we no longer have our freedom. I will never let that happen. They tried hard in 2016 and lost. Now they're going absolutely crazy. Stay tuned. Number 37, Zuckerberg goes on. He goes on the daily briefing, number 37 on Fox News. And he says, hey, fact-checking Trump, private companies shouldn't be arbiter of the truth. Okay? So there we have it. And I'm going to end with this. I'm going to end with this, and then we'll talk about tomorrow. Number 40 here, one more time. And this is how I started the show. Unrest in Minneapolis after death of George Floyd. Let me just say this. It's time in this country, if we're going to say justice for all, if we want to save the republic, one nation under God, with liberty and freedom for all, justice for all mankind, if we want to do that, it's time to have justice for all. You cannot just go and arbitrarily arrest police officers. I'm not taking up for this. I'm not making a judgment. I'm not the law. I'm not the attorney. I'm not the district attorney. I'm not the mayor screaming about it. I am no more than bringing you information on a daily basis. So George Floyd, I've never met. I can't stand to see any life gone. I can't stand it. Okay? I don't like any life gone, taken, okay? I don't see a cause to take life. I'm just like that, okay? That bothers me. So whatever this man was accused of that day and whatever happened, I'm very disturbed, and so is America in a whole, that life. But justice for all. So if you're going to arrest the law enforcement this afternoon, it may have happened while we're on the air. If the screams by the mayor, if the yelling gets this police officer arrested today, can you please just swing by and pick up Hillary? It's time for justice for all, not just one racial group, not just one segment of the population, and not in just one area when they yell the loudest. Oh, by the way, the people that were breaking the law and beating that woman in a wheelchair and smashing windows, they may need arrested too. Or do we just let them go and damage all that property? Oh, they got insurance, man. That's why they got insurance, so we could steal stuff. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let me remind you that we will be at Circuit World in the morning at 8 a.m. We will have Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley. Put how you can get in touch with us. You can always send Dr. Whaley and Dr. Tidman messages on Ask the Doc at that address, chief@fetchernews.com or info, INFO. Now, if you want to send news, right, and you want to send news to Fetcher News, tips, TIPS, tips at Fetcher News. Info at Fetcher News. That reaches our entire staff that handles internal news, breaking news, or anything as far as a news tip. Okay? So tomorrow we'll have Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley. and Ray Tidman. After that, we'll have the All-Star Political Panel. I hope Jane's back. I got to check into that. All-Star Political Panel. Cindy, want to thank you last week for sitting in. You're always welcome. Great job there. And then it will be time for North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, the Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall, LJ. If you've never met Jesse, you got to tune in tomorrow to meet Jesse. I don't know if we're going to have a cat out of the bag once more, but we always have our pet of the week from Rena brings out our pet of the week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. And then we take the weekend off. Well, we say that. I'm here. We're 24/7 News Network. Now News Network. And I am out, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at Circuit World.